Hi, Todd is here, and we kind of talked about this morning. This is the day where it's Tuesday, but it's really the start of the week, as most people had yesterday off. Kids are now back to school today, where they weren't yesterday.
Tuesday, that feels like a Monday.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly, in a lot of ways.
But then Friday will come quickly.
We hope.
Right?
We hope.
That's why we have her here.
Is that why?
You know
It's one of the many reasons.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
It's not the only reason.
Okay, all right.
That is so much nicer than what I was going to say. Let's just go with that.
Which is why I stepped in.
We're going to go with that. Nope, you just saved me. Thank you, brother.
I did.
All right.
You're welcome.
I love you, man.
I got you. All right. This is getting kind of sad. This really is. 5 inches of snow in Portland this season. Come on. We need a winter. Let's get going. There's a lot of winter lovers out there that could use a little snow and a cold stretch to freeze up the ponds and things like that. Less than a foot has fallen in Bangor. We average about 21 to this point. Closer to the average snowfall in far northern Maine, Caribou's had 34 inches. The problem has been we've had these monster warm-ups, so it's been really tough keeping snowpack out there, as you know. It's cold this morning, cold enough for refreezing. We had temps in the 40s, well into the 40s yesterday afternoon, so the thaw continued. These are like spring mornings. They smell like it. The ground, is still kind of damp and wet, and it's refreezing, and it just feels like it's like late March right now. Temps are in the 20s out there, so you'll do some scraping and watch out for a slick spot. Mid-30s in Bangor, but 30 Orono, 29 in Herman, 30 down in Belfast, 29 out in Cherryfield and the down east coastline. Clouds are working in. Here's our next storm system. This is going to come at us in waves. The first one arrives this afternoon, still mild. We get a break tomorrow, not much happens. And then on Thursday, a second wave comes through, and that's when the colder air will greet it. And that will change rain showers over to some icy conditions and maybe some snowy ones too for the end of the week. Clouds thickening up this morning, very frosty. You'll have to scrape, give yourself a couple extra minutes. Cloudy and calm midday, but chilly, only around 40. And some showers begin to break out across the far south. They don't become steady, though, until afternoon hours and evening. So you'll be driving home. It'll be wet. It'll be raw. And can't rule out a slick spot up in the mountains. But in general, this is all rain, at least for now. Tomorrow, the first batch moves out of here. We're kind of in between that one and the next one. So just some isolated showers, rain showers. And then the cold air starts to work in at the lower layers of the atmosphere first. So that's the surface. The precip starts in the cloud as a drop and gets all the way down to the ground, hits the sub-freezing cold and refreezes. So that's a recipe for some icing on Thursday. Friday, the entire column will be cold enough for snow. So from the cloud all the way down, it's a snowflake. And that's what we'll see a little bit of on Friday. This storm will never be huge. Never be that organized, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Snowfall, you get about 6 inches in the mountains, maybe an inch or two along the coast. I'm more concerned about the icing, and while it's not enough to crack a limb or create power outages at all, any kind of icing can cause traveling problems. Cars, the roads will get slick, sidewalks, walking around, that kind of thing, and therefore can't rule out delays or cancellations, especially Thursday, as that cold air works in and rain showers start to change over to some sleet pellets and some freezing rain showers. So we'll keep that in mind for the second half of the week. There's the marine forecast. Real quiet on the water until late this afternoon as the southeast breeze kicks up. Afternoon rain today, 40 degrees. Isolated showers tomorrow, just a couple lingering around. And then we get a light icy mix on Thursday, some snow on Friday. Weekend finally back to some sunshine, especially on Sunday, but it's seasonally cold. I mean, the pattern is adjusting here. It was very warm. We were setting records over the weekend. That's kind of gone now, and we're going to be getting colder and colder, but no true, Arctic blast yet.
That's
so we'll
okay.
See.
Just
I
cold
know.
enough to snow instead of rain would be nice.
Would be nice,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.